this is Huck again with our third math challenge. I'm pretty excited about this one. I learned this one in a geometry class. So first of all, there's a few things that you're going to have to do, and I'd like each member of the class to make their own triangles using the tools that I'm going to show you in just a second. So this is a very hands-on learning experience. First thing you're going to need is a straight edge, like a ruler. Okay, just need a piece of paper to draw on. And then you're going to need something to write with, some markers or colored pencils or a pen. Bring some scissors and then get a piece of cardstock paper or some type of paper that's harder and less flimsy. You'll be making a triangle out of that, and we'll trace against the edge, so it needs to be nice and tough. Okay, and then you'll also need a compass so we can make circles with. So again, get the tools together. Everybody, if you need to pause this video, go ahead and do that. When you have it all ready, we're going to make a triangle using the straight edge and marker on your cardstock paper or on that harder piece of paper. So make a triangle. Pretty much any triangle will do. Go ahead and just make your own unique individual triangle. Okay. Then we'll just need to cut that triangle out. Okay, so there's the triangle. Try to keep the edges as straight as possible when you cut them out. And now we just need to do some labeling. So pick an angle that's equal to or less than 90 degrees and label that angle C. Then label the edges adjacent to that angle lowercase a and lowercase b. We will be talking about those later, but just do that for now. Okay, now we need to make a line segment on the piece of paper. Okay. So draw 2 points on your piece of paper and then make a line segment in between them. So connect the dots. And don't make the line segment very long. It needs to be somewhat short, at least no longer than the triangle you made. So make the 2 dots, then connect the dots with a line. And that's your line segment. So there's the line segment. Okay. Label each point on that line segment capital B and capital A. Okay, so here's the tricky part. You'll want to line up your side B with your point B and your side A with your point A all the time. So make sure that the edge of your triangle A is lying precisely on your point A, and the edge of your triangle B is lying precisely on your line segment's point B. Okay. You can actually position your triangle in many different ways while still being able to have your edge on those points. You can actually kind of pivot your triangle to be different places. So now what we need you to do is, again, matching your side B with your point B and your side A with your point A, trace the top edge of that triangle starting from A, going up to angle C, and then proceeding down to point B. So that's why we're doing the video, so you can kind of watch and do it with us, because it is really hard to explain how to do. So notice that I just traced the top part starting from B to the angle C and then back down to A. And I didn't trace the full triangle. Now you just need to do that a few more times. Go 10 or so more edges just like this. So I'm going to do mine, and while I'm doing mine, take time to just trace about 10 more edges of your triangle in 10 different spots, always staying on the same side as your original traced triangle. You can go all the way out to the side, left or right, as long as point A is touching side B, A, and point B is touching side. So when you're done, you should have something that looks like that. And you can start imagining what the shape would start looking like if you were to draw 100 or 200 of these traces in all different spaces. So my first question for you is, what shape is this making? And we're going to answer that together, but start thinking about what shape your triangles are starting to create. If you want, you can pause this video and have a discussion among your class. Talk about what shapes your class are starting to get. To answer my own question, I actually am going to show you what I see. I see that this shape is actually starting to create a circle. So let me trace that in green so that I can kind of show you a little bit better what I mean. Okay. So are you starting to see how your triangles are also maybe creating a circle? If you want, you can also do what I did and trace the edges and try to guess what your circle might look like. It might be a little tough, so you can work together and show your neighbor what you're doing. Okay. So with a compass, we can create a near perfect circle because we have the center point, and the compass stays the same distance all the way around that center point, creating a circle. But if you had a circle already and we don't know where that center point is, how could we find the center point of that circle? So that's my first challenge for you, is noticing that we have a circle made by a bunch of triangles, but we don't know where the center is, and so we can't actually create a perfect circle until we have that center point. So how would you go about finding the center of that circle? There can be a number of different ways to do it. You can just guess, try to guess where the center is and create a circle and see if all of the corners of your triangle land on the circumference of that circle. There is one way that I know how to do to find the center of that circle using what I know about the relationship between inscribed angles and central angles. Both of those are terms that you may not be familiar with. So with this video, I'll include a link for a definition of what an inscribed angle is and what a central angle is, so that you can research that and learn that and see if that'll help you accomplish this task. Again, that may not be the way you choose to find the center of the circle. I'd be curious to find out if there's any other way that you would like to do it, but that is one helpful hint that I would give to you. Maybe go and look that up and learn a little bit more about the relationship between central angles and inscribed angles.